Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and oh boy, what a week I've had. I am so excited to bring you a Tutorial Tuesday today. The last week has just been crazy at the day job, that's all I'm going to say. But we're in a good space now. We're going to make some jewelry. We're going to chill out and enjoy ourselves. And so today, I didn't really have a super big plan other than I have a couple of things from Jessie James Beads I haven't really played with yet. So I thought we might could do an earring blitz with some of this stuff. Now, this is a Pantone mix that they had, pastel party mix. Aren't those gorgeous? I love all the spring colors. And then also, I think some of this came from spring and summer Pantone mix. And then they had a mix on the Softflex site called Very Perry. So I thought we'd play with these today. And then it's kind of a conglomeration of things because I also want to use these hearts that I got from Aunties Beads. And so my thought is to do an earring blitz tonight with no rhyme or reason other than I love these colors. I think they're so springy and so pretty. And I just thought we would play with maybe some wire and head pins. And then I also pulled out some very fun charms. I've got some ball head pins here, some spacer beads, some jump rings. So I thought just making some fun dangly earrings would be the way to go tonight. You know, sometimes you just want to chillax and do something you're very familiar with. And it's always a good time to make earrings as far as I'm concerned. So right away, I just love, this is the Pantone Very Perry color of the year, and I just adore it. I think it is such a gorgeous color. So I thought those would be very pretty with these silver hearts. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do, I love the silver in these guys right here. And then also these pearls are just gorgeous. So maybe what we'll do is put those together like that for our first pair. And of course, I think I want to use some bead caps. So let's see if these all came in that mix. Yeah, those will be nice. We'll do some bead caps. And maybe we need something sparkly. Let's see. That's pretty. We'll do that. We could do those. Or we could do our caged beads. I think I want to save these for something else. But I do love these rondelles. They're super sparkly. So those will be nice. We also have this chain, which I want to play with and show you some stuff I do with those. So that's going to be it for tonight. We may do the tassels too. We'll see. Oh, and I just dropped one. So as always, I have to drop things. But let's start with these really pretty hammered hearts. I just love the exaggerated point on those. I just think those are very, what's the word I'm looking for? They have a lot of character. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to do some 22 gauge wire so that I can wire wrap these. And of course we'll put these on some ear wires later. So right now, I think I'm just going to pull out some wire and wire wrap some of this. I think I like it when earrings move, so maybe we'll do a little wire wrapping around those pearls too. That might add another interest, another little focal. And I think some of you were asking about doing a little wire wrapping. So yeah, we'll do that. So let's see. Let's make I'm just going to hand warm these a little bit. I didn't really measure them. I just know I like them a little bit long so that I have enough to play with to do my wraps. And so we're going to start with the hearts first. Yeah, this past week's been bananas. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's the end of our fiscal year, so a lot has to happen in a couple of months, and so it can get stressful. But some cool stuff to tell you about. Jessie James Beads is having more classes, and they're doing beads and blooms starting tomorrow. So I'll be taking some classes tomorrow through Sunday. And whatever I learn, I'll bring to you. Got all the kits the other day, and I'm really looking forward to that. If you've never taken any of those classes through Jessie James Beads, I would check it out. It's very fun. You learn from all different jewelry makers. They send you a huge thing of gorgeous beads and wire and all kinds of stuff. I think the only things that I have to supply are my tools and some head pins, and also, what else did they say? Oh, jump rings. So there's my heart. I've already got the wire wrap started. And I think I'm going to do the pearl next. This is such a luscious color. I just love that. It looks beautiful next to the silver too. We'll do a wire wrap there. What did I do with my... Oh, there it is. And if that weren't enough, my poor doggies are suffering from allergies. They've been sneezing their heads off. I keep having to give them allergy pills. We have something here called mountain cedar that everybody's allergic to. And then, of course, then we have ragweed, which... Excuse you, Ginger. Did you hear that? I think she's trying to shake off all the pollen. But, you know, they have to go outside. And even if they go outside for just 5 minutes, the poor thing's sneezing her head off when they... Both of them. Both my dogs when they come back in. So, right before I started this video, she had a sneezing fit, which never sounds good. And I had to give her some meds. So, I think she'll be okay now. So, here is our pearl. That is so pretty. And then I think we'll do the rondelle and this. And I thought, let's see if we should do here's some more of my spacer beads. I would like to do maybe a little bumpy, something with a little texture. Might be nice. All right, so we're going to save that piece for our other earring. I lost my 22 gauge wire. Oh, no, there it is. I thought I lost my 22 gauge wire. That would not be good. So I'm loving the spring colors. I don't know that I'm loving the spring pollen. I hope it's pretty where you all are. We've been getting a lot of rain, which we need. And no tornadoes, which I'm happy about. Because we're in Tornado Alley here. And I do not like tornadoes. Of course, I don't know anybody that does unless you study them. I always think of that Twister movie. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. That thing was scary. Scary for me, anyway. Good movie, but scary. And I don't know about you, but I am totally obsessed with, there's a whole Johnny Depp trial on all over the place, and I got sucked in. So I've been watching that because you can actually watch it live in the courtroom, which is very interesting to see live court stuff. So that's been consuming me. And then any of you that are Bosch fans, there's a new Bosch Legacy, And I read the books, so I love Michael Connelly. He's a great author. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So here's the beginning of our earring. And I think I'm gonna put our, I love this. These are acrylic, but I love the designs. They're very springy with the flowers. And I'm gonna put, actually, you know what? Let's put this guy, the sparkly guy first, then the flowery guy, and then our little bumpy spacer bead. I cannot help but make long earrings. You can make this shorter if you want. You don't necessarily, you know, this is just me playing, so by all means, if you don't like them this long, you don't have to make them this long. I just enjoy them when they're long. And I love this color. So, so pretty. Now, I'm going to show you a little wire wrap thing I do. A lot of people use extra wire, and you can do that. But say you made an earring and you were like, oh shoot, I wanted to wire wrap that pearl. You can still do it, and I'm going to show you how. You're going to take a longer piece of your wire. In this case, this is the 22 gauge. This is just a little, you know, you change your mind after the fact kind of thing. But you can add wire to this. Okay. You're gonna wrap it. Get a good couple of wraps around the, where you already did your wraps. It kind of blends in. Okay. Keep wrapping. And then the long piece, if I can get my hands around it. Now you can wrap it around your pearl, just like this. It depends how much you want to wrap it around. If you want to do it just once, then you can. I didn't realize this bead cap was so loose, but this will tighten it up. And then you're going to come around your other wrap. And so you got that wrap, and you can kind of move it with your fingers if you want to. Maybe you want to do one on the other side. You can come back over here and bring this up and wrap some more. Just like that. And then you can snip your loose ends and just tuck these in. This is kind of a shortcut. This is not, I don't know if other people have done it this way or not. I know people just keep it, use a very long piece and then just wrap it a whole lot. And that's the other way to do it. But this is kind of like, oh darn, I meant to wire wrap that and didn't. You can go back in and do a wrap. You could add beads to the wrap too. So there's our earring. Kind of close up with the wrap. And I probably need to tuck these in a little bit more, but I just wanted to show you the technique. Because the wraps will disappear into the previous wraps that you already made. Pretty? So I'll do the other one off camera and we'll take a look at these. But I wanted to do maybe another pair of earrings. Or I was kind of wanting to play with this stuff. This is some of the chain that they have on the Jesse James Beads website, and it comes in all different colors. And I love to use these little enamel guys for, you see I kept the chain because you can use it for other things, but I nipped the little dangles off because they're very cute on earrings. I think we'll do that next. So I think I'm going to combine this with some of the other beads I have out here. So I'm just going to pull. It just comes right off. They're hanging by a little tiny jump ring. So if you just snip the jump ring, you can keep the chain for something else later. So I think I was doing 6 per earring, and I should have enough here. They also have that Vegas chain in a matching enamel color. So I'll link those in my video. And if there's any more of the Very Perry, I don't think there is, the Very Perry mix, I'm sorry to say, that was earlier in the spring, and I just haven't gotten to it with all the boxes and things I've gotten. But I just wanted to play with some of these beautiful spring colors. I just love this color so very much. And then all the pastels with it and the silver just look super fresh for spring, I think. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and we'll do 6 more. We'll pull 6 more off here. But it's nice that you can pull these off and still have some chain. And certainly you can use these with the chain, of course. And I've used it both ways. But I do love that they have other colors. They have some very pretty colors. There's a kind of a marine blue that I think is very pretty. They have a light, very pastel blue. And I want to say maybe a fuchsia. There's also a purple. This one's more periwinkle, of course. But there's an actual purple. Need 2 more of those. So check out the chain. I don't remember what this chain is called, but when I link it into my descriptions, you'll see what I'm talking about. And they come off very nicely, as you can see. All right, so that's the chain. It does leave a little bit of a mess when you, oh, and by all means, don't get these stuck in your fingers because they get sharp. These little pieces, just a little safety tip. They'll poke you, so be careful. And then, so we've got 6 that we'll put on one earring, and 6 we'll put on another earring. And then here, let's put these over here. We're gonna put these together to do another pair. And then I love these boho beads. Those are stunning. So let's use those. And this is just gonna be a very pastel, pretty. And see, these already have little bead caps on them too, so we don't have to worry about bead caps. And let's see, maybe something sparkly. I think I like that. And then for the sparkly guys, let's put one of these rhinestone rondelles on the bottom. Oh no, I think I'll do that on the top. Maybe we'll do thoughts? Yeah, I like this. Or maybe let's check out what we have in this box. I'm kind of playing with 2 mixes, which, by the way, do that all day long. I mix the mixes all the time. That is a fun thing to do. Oh, this is pretty. I like that. Maybe we could do both. I like a little extra. We could be extra about this. Why not? Okay. So for these, my thought is to do a loop down at the bottom and hang these little guys. And then we'll wire wrap this, and then we'll do another little station at the top. So the first thing we're going to need to do is make our loop. And I'm going to use the bigger part of my round nose pliers so I can make the loop big enough to accommodate those dangles. See, like that. It's a little bigger. And we'll add our dangles. That's the other nice thing about these. They go onto the wire so nicely. So they have a little spot for you to hang them. And 6, I don't know, that just, usually I do odd numbers, but 6 for some reason when you're doing these dangles, it looks nice and full. So, and if you do an even bigger loop, you probably could fit more. You know, that's designer's choice. That's up to you. We're going to wire wrap this. I'm going to tighten that up just a little. See? Lots of fun little dangles. I love those. Let me trim this. We're going to add our boho bead. Look how cute. Very cute. And then we will wire wrap this. Maybe, I think I'll put the purple bead here, actually. Yeah, I like that. I like it. We'll do it. And we'll wire wrap that one. I've ordered myself a, I have some more of the vintage, Softflex has more of the vintage paints and also those, the wood pieces, just in case maybe you checked the last time and they were out there. They've got more, along with their newest kit, which I got, and I'll hold off on doing the unboxing on that because I always wait for their unboxing to air first so that the surprise doesn't get ruined. But beautiful box, guys. If you haven't gotten the Softflex box ever, I would definitely check it out. Okay, so now we're going to do our crystal. And I think since this is flat, let me just take a look here. I think that'll look all right. We might want to actually do 2 beads only. Well, I think we'll be all right. I don't want to make these ones too long. I made those other ones pretty long, so that's why I'm debating. But if you want to make them longer, you go for it. I love a shoulder duster earring myself. So we'll add this. This seafoam green and the periwinkle are really pretty together. You know, you could also pick up some pearl because look at how pearlized that is. That might be a way to go also. But I do love this color combination. I am working on some color theory and inspirational stuff for you all. That's coming. I'm kind of doing some research and some brainstorming on how I can bring it to you in a way that will be inspiring and also, you know, informative and that you can put into use right away. So be looking for those. Those are coming. I don't know what I'm gonna call them yet. I may just call it the inspiration series. And so be looking for those videos probably in the next week or so. I will still continue with the tutorial Tuesdays, of course. but I just wanted to add maybe another little flavor to the channel about kind of how I find inspiration. Sometimes we get stuck with what colors to use. You know, if you're not doing a box that you got, you might be looking at your stash and thinking, what goes with what? How can I create my own kind of collection? We're going to explore that a little bit. I think that, you know, I love the boxes, but I know we all have stuff in our stash that we've been hanging on to that we didn't quite know what to do with. And, you know, maybe you're stuck not knowing what colors to put with it or things like that. So those are some things that I really want to explore with you. And I'm by no means an expert, but I do know enough to be dangerous. But I can at least show you kind of the way I go about some things. And if it helps you, great. But it's not, you know, I'm not the end-all be-all expert. And you can certainly use whatever I teach you or show you as a launching pad to do your own explorations, which I always encourage you to do. So there we go. Isn't that pretty? I love those colors. You could even do some dangles here. That would be pretty also. So here's our earrings. I'm going to make the mates, and we'll be right back to take a look at them, but I think they've turned out very nice. And I will see you here in just a moment with the finished mates, and we'll go from there. Okay, got these made, and I think we'll add the ear wires. And I do love these colors. So I'm just adding some French ear wires right now. These are those that have the little ball at the end. But you can attach these to anything, of course. But, oops, let me scooch out just a little. There's our really pretty shoulder duster, hammered, whimsical heart earrings. I just love those charms. I fell in love with them when I saw them on Aunties Bead website. They've got some cute things on that website. I'll link it in my description if you've never been to that website. And so this is mixing mixes and adding things from other, you know, your stash. Well, you know, once you've got some things organized and like, I always, like I said, use these boxes for different collections. And I also, I'll go into more of how I organize my things. Everybody's got their own system, of course. I recommend you watch several people. I know a lot of people do their studio, have done studio tours. Look at that one. But I'll get more into how I organize some things if you'd like. I really love these. And I love the green with the periwinkle. That soft seafoam green is so pretty. Mint green, I guess you could call it. Kind of a mint green. You've got the iridescence here. I love that boho bead. Like I've said, nobody does boho beads like Jesse James beads. And then the sparkly, this kind of picks up all the colors, which is really neat. I didn't really notice that when I picked it out, but now that I see that, check that out. That picks up the purple and the green. Very cool. That's a happy accident. I didn't know I knew to do that. But hey, that's what's nice about making jewelry. You come across things like that. And I do love that little rhinestone rondelle. I'm glad I put a little bit of the green at the top there. I think that kind of adds a nice balance to the piece. And then again, something more monochromatic but dramatic with the wire. I love that heart, like I said. And I love this little bead here with the etching in it. Little rondelle. That also has some iridescence in it. And then that gorgeous pearl. Those pearls are gorgeous. I really love those in that color. So anyway, here's our tutorial Tuesday for today. It's kind of a design on the fly, mix some of your stuff extravaganza. And a lot of you have asked me about these containers. I will link those also in my description. And then just to show you, I also bought these at the Dollar Tree. But the only reason I don't like these as much is these open pretty easy and your beads can come out. These latch. See that? So I prefer these, but these obviously are cheaper. So we'll see. I have both. You know, it just depends on the budget and all that good stuff. But I always, just so you can see, I don't know if I have them on. Oh yeah, here's one. Just really quickly, in talking about organization, let me slide out just a little. I use a label maker, and I label all my findings this way, and then I stack them in a cart. So it's kind of like a library cart, and I'll show you that at some point. But they stack really nicely, and it's easy to find stuff when you're looking for it. So there's my silver jump rings, and there's some of my silver spacer beads. So just a little organizational tip. Like I said, you know, this is kind of a design on the fly type tutorial day. And I think these turned out really nicely. I'm very happy with them. You know, do try to mix your mixes. Add stuff from other collections. I have a lot of beads left over, you know, from the different mystery boxes. I might do a tutorial on just mixing leftovers, because we all have them. And I know we like to call it bead soup, but you can still do a lot with what you have. So yeah, I'm happy with these. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you've not subscribed. I'd love to have you. I am so close to my 1,000 subscribers, which I cannot believe. I think I'm at like 956 or something, so we're almost there. After we get to 1,000, of course, there'll be a studio tour, and you'll see my little face, such that it is. Those of you who have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Thank you for all the encouragement and the sweet, kind comments. You all take care of yourselves and your families. Be safe, and have a great evening, and I will see you on the next one.